to be looking at how to analyze a bar graph. This is what the final star question will look like, but let's take it step by step. The first step is to look at the graph and determine how many of each kind there are. So the first one says that we have country music. So how many country music do we see? We see 15. Let's look at jazz. How many jazz? 12 people like jazz. What about opera? We can see 10 people like opera. And rock is 18. Now that we know that we read the bar graph, we need to add up and find our total. So let's find our total. Our total is 55. Now when we are analyzing this, we have to remember that the total is important and each part is important as well. So when we look at this particular part of the question, we see that our graph, it tells us 55 up here, so we are correct in checking each one of our values. Then the question itself is asking, based on the information in the graph, which type of music were chosen by 40% of the people. So we're looking for a percent. So we're going to be setting up our proportions. Let's start with country. So country was 15 people out of 55. We need to set that equal to 100 to be percent and put X up here. Solve that out. Solve this, you're cross multiplying, so you're going to multiply 15 times 100 and then do 1,500 divided by 55. The final percent is going to be a rounded estimate, 27.3% of the people. Now, let's do the same thing for jazz. Jazz was 12 people out of 55. We need to set that up as a proportion to 100 because we're looking at percents and we don't know what that percent is. Cross product, 1200 divided by 55. 21.8 is a rounded estimate. Now let's do opera. Opera is equal to 10 out of 55. So we're going to set that up as x over 100 because it is some percentage out of 100%. Cross multiply to get 1,000 divided by 55. Approximately 18.2% of the people chose opera. And last but not least, rock. We have 18 out of 55 equals x over 100, cross multiply, 1,800 divided by 55 is about 33%. Now the answer choices were given to us earlier. We're going to break this down. The first answer choice is country and opera. So we're looking for that 40%. So country was 27.3, and we're going to add opera, 18.2. Once we add those up, it gives us a total of approximately 45.5%. Now let's look at jazz and opera, looking for that 40%. Jazz was approximately 21.8. Opera is approximately 18.2. Once we add those together, we get exactly 40%. So jazz and opera so far is a really good choice. Now we're going to add up, looking for that 40%, jazz, which is 21.8, opera, which was 18.2, and rock, which is 33. This gives us a total percentage of 73%, much more than the 40 we need. Our final one to analyze is going to be country with 27.3, and jazz, which is 21.8, and rock, which is 33. Let's add those up. Once again, that one comes up to be much more than that 40% with approximately 81.1%. So now we have all our notes on one page. The numbers out of the total, those percentages are on top, and then when we added up those percents, we have them at the bottom. On paper and pencil, this is exactly the kind of work we'd be looking for. Hopefully you've been taking notes. So the best answer choice to match the question of, based on the information in the graph, which type of music were chosen by 40% of the people surveyed, the best answer choice would be